Now, 3 of the Gauteng mayors have rejected the Finance Minister Tito Mboweni's call for motorists to pay their e-toll bills. The mayors of Tshwane, Ekurhuleni and Sedibeng say the system must be scrapped and a different way must be found to settle debt. Gauteng's Transport and Road Infrastructure MEC says the province's proposal to fund the e-toll debt and highway upgrades should be seriously considered. Reporter Govan Whittles is on that story for us today. So what are the mayors saying then, Govan? Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Jeremy. The mayors are saying that there are alternatives to settling the e-toll debt, and they think that they could find different revenue streams to fund the expansion and further upgrades to Gauteng's highways. And the mayors of Tshwane, Sedibeng and Ekurhuleni are saying that they're waiting with bated breath to see what the president decides about the future of e-tolling. But as far as they're concerned, they don't believe that there's a need for the gantries or the electronic tolling system. They're maintaining their rejection of the system entirely and say that if it is implemented, they may continue their defiance campaign and encourage resistance among the residents in their respective cities.
Now, you have a very confident transport MEC here in Gauteng who has to pull the proverbial rabbit out the hat. He's confident that Gauteng residents won't need to pay their e-toll bills. How is that explained?
Well, it's because of his submission to the Transport Minister and the Premier. That's the provincial submission to the task team looking at the future of the e-tolling system. And he says that according to that submission, they may be able to not only maintain the current road network, but upgrade it in the future. And they believe this can all be done without any Gauteng motorists paying additional fees for the use of the Gauteng Freeway Improvement section. But let's have a look at what Jacob Mambola had to say a little bit earlier, speaking exclusively to ENCA.
So as the provincial government of Gauteng, we have made a comprehensive, detailed, but very realistic and considerate presentation and proposal to the team that has been set up by the President of the Republic of our country. And that proposal that we have submitted covers, firstly, the payment of the e-toll debt. Secondly, our proposal deals with the maintenance of the road network as it stands. Thirdly, we cover expansion of the new road network that is required to make sure that we have got an adequate road network footprint that will continue to drive the economy. And we also make sure that that funding model and the proposals that we have put also deal with any further maintenance of the road that might arise based on expansion of the new roads.
All right, Govan, let's plot a timeline now. Ultimately, this all ends up on the president's desk. We know nothing's going to happen, obviously, this weekend because he's wearing a Springbok rugby jersey.
Yeah, the president is in Japan, but when he gets back, he'll have about 2 more weeks before a decision is due on what will happen to the e-tolling system. Remember that the cabinet meeting on Wednesday was supposed to take the final decision, but because there is still an impasse involving the transport minister, Gauteng Premier and several NGOs, they decided to kick for touch once again. And in 2 weeks' time, the president will say what will happen to e-tolling.